One of the rules I made for myself early on as a nurse was like, if it scares me, say yes. So I'm Hillary, and I am the founder and owner of Merigold. Merigold, we do all clean skincare. I always say it's for like mindful skincare for sensitive skin. I want everything to kind of link to part of my story and my why. I grew up in Papua New Guinea, different than other people. And so Meri, M-E-R-I, actually means woman in Pakpisin. And the marigold flowers are big in Dia de los Muertos, and my husband's Mexican. They're also beneficial. They're calendula, so they're really healing for the skin. So I was like, okay, my past, my present, my future, let's just make it all into one. Before I started Merigold, I practiced as a nurse. I did pediatric nursing for just over 10 years. As a nurse, I just feel like my mom's a nurse, and I always saw those taking care of others, not always taking care of themselves. I ended up actually winning a really big award. It's called the Daisy Award in the hospital. And after that, it was like, everyone kept saying like, when are you going back to school? Or what are you doing next? And I was like, did I peak? Like, I'm so young. Did I peak in my career? My husband was like, what would bring you joy? What would light you up? And I was like, no one has ever asked me that. I was like, you're okay for me doing something that I'm not going to do a career with? Or he's like, yeah, just do it. It'll be fun. I was like, okay. So I became a natural food chef. I went to culinary school. I'm gluten-free. I have like some autoimmune stuff. And so I really wanted to dive more into nutrition. And so then I went back to school again and became a nutritionist. I still was working as a nurse this whole time. The whole process, I was like, ooh, what you put on your skin really matters. And it just made me start to think, wait a second, I really want to be mindful with like what I'm putting on my skin. And I actually started taking clients as a nutritionist. And I was fiddling with like formulations. And then they're like, well, can I have some of that? And then they'd be like, can I have more of that? So then I went back to school for formulation. And then that's kind of how Merigold was born. Being a business owner, I have found like, I wish there was a policy and procedure for everything, but that's the nurse brain versus being able to say like, okay, here's the problem. I can figure this out. One of the rules I made for myself early on as a nurse was like, if it scares me, say yes. I have done so many things in Merigold I have not felt adequate in. I haven't known how to do. People talk about imposter syndrome, and I'm just like, I'm a nurse. I don't know business, But I think the truth is that you gain confidence by showing up. If you never show up, you're never going to know how to do it. I have 3 girls. For me, like as a mom, I found that it was easier to almost be curious because I was like, I need to embody how I want my girls to feel. I am like teaching them, like I want them to be curious about people and places and cultures and their skin and their body and how they feel. And so I really need to embody that. Skincare can a lot of times go into this, like, you deserve it. And I really wanted it to be just like a really pure, like, hey, let's take care of ourselves so that we can love the people that we love, so that we can show up as our best selves, not because like you have to look different than you are, but so you can show up as your best self. That to me is really what Merigold is that my way of taking care of other people, but being able to say like, hey, have something beautiful that inspires you, that you love using, that works, and that will kind of give you that encouragement to go out and to just do what you want to do, love who you want to love.